more of kind of similar sorts of displays of range, I would say.
Yeah, no doubt. So just doing everything I can to like make sure like he can't bend that edge. And you see him, he
Mhm.
likes to work that speed chop a lot. So just kind of being conscious of that move coming, especially in like high pressure situations. So
Yep. Another good backside overtake. I think I actually have a slow-mo kind of, yeah, here we go. Just showing you working around there to complete that overtake on the backside there.
yep. hmm Yeah, it was a little bit different here because obviously the backer's kind of minus, so guard can be a little bit thicker for
Yep.
the down guy. But
hmm
no, I think me and this guard had really good chemistry. Just being able to kind of work together in unison and understanding like angles and everything, especially with where the backers are aligned. So no, him and Christian, both two great guys to work with. So.
Yeah, it's nice. You've had some good guards to work alongside of the last couple of years, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And your center man is really interesting. I know he's a little maybe
Yeah,
undersized on in terms of weight, but dude, like
he's
he gets
nasty.
after people.
Yeah, he's nasty.
Yeah,
So,
he's
yeah,
fun though.
I like the way he plays. I like the tenacity he plays with. He sets the tone every single time he goes out there. So it's fun watching him.
Yeah, it really is.
Mhm.
Like this one, you work that snatch technique in there once he's trying to long arm you, kind of break contact there. It's nice.
Yeah, that's kind of something like I developed over my time at Connecticut. Just kind of feeling whenever that defender kind of puts his body lean into you, just
hmm
being able to feel that, knowing that like if you were to snatch his arm, like he'd be able to just fall down, kind of like this guy does right here. But um, yeah, just something that I've been working on over the years.
Nice. I think that's just the end of it. There or another. Yep. Yeah. Again, I think this is similar to the one that was in the red zone earlier. I think you had a tight end on your side that other time, but still, just kind of similar thing, right? Just trying to work him further than he wants to go on the outside.
Exactly, just kind of expanding that edge as much as I can, giving the back enough room to work with. So just prying open that C gap or B gap in this case.
Yep, just providing multiple examples of here of you doing that. Another one.
Yeah.
What would you say your favorite, before we get into this pass pro clip, what was your favorite concept to run as a run blocker?
Outside zone
Yeah,
all
being
day.
on the front side or
Yeah,
backside?
always front side. I love backside too, but like
Yeah,
being able to like kind of set the tone on the front side and like dictate the terms is something that I kind of just love to do. So
yeah, kind of spearheading the run from
yep.
the front side. Yeah, that's cool. This one to me stands out for, again, your hands. But I mean, if you look at this is kind of a perfect place to pause it. Your timing right here. I mean, your foot's off the ground. The ball isn't really totally snapped. You're the first one off the ball. I feel like this is something that is so key, man, especially in the NFL where the margins are slimmer. I mean, if you could get off the ball first, man, I mean, it gives you that much of a leg up. So that I think is key, getting off the ball super quick, and it just allows you to play fast the whole rep. Your first meaningful contact here, and yeah, so that's what stands out to me here.
Yeah, I would say that's something that just came with like being experienced as an offensive lineman. I mean, being a 4-year starter, kind of just like understanding snap counts and everything, and understanding all those cadences. I mean, this quarterback. I mean, we were roommates, so like I was able to kind of just hear him kind of go through like his cadences and everything. We didn't have a lot of different cadences. We maybe had like 2 or 3 that we kind of went off of, but
hmm
just kind of being keen into that and using the snap count to my advantage, so I could dictate the terms to whoever I was going against. So yeah, just something that I'd been working on really I did it a little bit last season, but more so this season too, especially versus these power forward teams.
And is that something that you improve upon just in practice, taking live reps with the whole offensive line, or is that something that you could just actually get better on just talking to the quarterback one on one, or is it kind of all of the above? Is there an additional way? Like, how do you actually? Is it just the experience of taking live reps in practice, or just maybe talk through that, unpack it a little bit more in terms
Sure.
of getting better at that?
Yeah, I think it can kind of go both ways, just in terms of kind of like going through those live reps. I mean, all hell is flying loose at practice. You got all the crowd noise and everything like going into effect. But I think at the same time, like just kind of being tuned into like your quarterback's voice and being able to understand the kind of influx he has in his voice. So, I mean, I played at Connecticut for 6 years, probably had 10 to 12 different quarterbacks over my time there. And by the time I was done, like I was able to like clearly understand like my quarterback's cadence and everything that goes with it. And I would always, that's something I tried to pride myself in, just trying to be the first one off the ball, just being so keened into it. So, and I know there's numerous examples of times like that, but no. And I also think it's important to like have a great relationship with your quarterback at the end of the day too, in terms of not only understanding the cadence, but just being able to know that, like, I mean, you're his protector at the end of the day. And I mean, he's got all the trust in the world in you to be able to go out there and execute on any given day. So, yeah, that's something I tried to pride myself in as well.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's definitely going to serve you well at the next level. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of runs, kind of hit off your blocks, and this is another one on the backside. Good stab by the guard, and you eventually get there, seal it off, and seal that alley. So more of just kind of getting on your track, and similar to a previous one right here.
Yep. Very similar to kind of the one we just watched.
Yeah.
Again, just thinking like get that three step read, kind of seeing where he's going to play. And obviously the guard gives a great hand here, so he's able to kind of pry that shoulder open. And then I got to do the rest and just be able to get underneath this guy's chin here, and then eventually get my hat across, and then work to come back and kind of just seal that edge so I can give the back room to work with. And we just get enough there so he's able to go off to the races.
Yep. It's good stuff. It's so pretty when it hits like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one is we're actually laid off the ball, but the range is on display as well. So that's why it's in here, not to showcase the timing. Maybe it's just talk through that, but
yeah, for sure. So this was, I think we were just trying to hard count him here, and I think I don't know if we got him. I think we did.
But I think this is a free play.
So the coaching point here is just be big on the guy. I didn't see the ball snap, so I'm kind of late off the ball here. But kind of like you were saying, just kind of getting to that range and being able to get to that level of the defender. He's kind of working up the field here, so just doing everything I can to kind of run him by, and then eventually giving enough time for the quarterback to launch this ball downfield.
Yeah, exactly. Just the athletic ability again, I think, is on display there for sure. Yeah, I mean, this is again just more. I mean, there's common themes I think on your film for being a guy who's 6'7", 6'8". You're really, I think, a good mover, good mobility, things like that. Here, the guy spikes across your face. You have to, stop, start, or start, stop, super quick, and you do that. I hear to kind of seal that off just enough. So,
yeah, no doubt. So obviously, can be a little bit more firm on the guy, just so my guard doesn't get picked off here. But this is what our O-line coach would call a true scout team read, in the sense that the defensive end is inside and the 3-tech is outside. So, yeah.
Right. Yeah, they're just running a little gap exchange here, I guess.
Yeah. So some teams would try to do that just to kind of get us away from OZ. So we would drill that as much as we could in practice to kind of avoid situations like this.
But yeah, I mean, breaking it down, kind of frame by frame here, I think really showcases because I mean, you have to think your mindset here. You're getting out of your stance quick. I mean, you're trying to get on your track right here. Your hips are facing, the sideline over here. This guy's crossing your face. You're able to flip your hips essentially to seal that block, and that, that's pretty difficult to do for a 300-pound guy.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
especially when you're taller, and some leveragers are working against you in some ways. So,
Mhm.
um, yeah, I think there's some good stuff there. It's another good rep right here.
Yeah, just kind of coming off the ball really quickly, being
Hmm.
able to, get to the spot before he does, staying in that inside out relationship and then just working that good strike. And I think this is perfect right here, just in terms of
Yep.
where my hands are, and how my feet are in balance as well.
Hmm.
So yeah, good set here.
For sure. Is there any guys in the NFL or even college or anything that you have watched over the last year or two or maybe longer that you've kind of tried to pick up some things from their game?
Yeah, I mean, I can think of three guys right now. So in terms of like the zone blocking and everything, I actually watched a lot of Terrell Lewan. Um,
Oh, okay.
I really like to watch him, especially when
Nice.
he was at Tennessee and they ran a lot of
Yeah.
outside zone with Arthur Smith. And then
Right.
um, I like to watch Penny Sewell, just
Hmm.
seeing how aggressive and how tenacious he plays.
It's a
And
good
then
one.
I think very similar player to me in terms of just the athletic ability and being able to kind of get away with athleticism, like Lane Johnson. So just see a lot of similarities in terms of how we both play. So just those three guys probably.
Nice. Yeah, I like the throwback with Lawan, and then yeah, of course Lane. If you're a right tackle, you should probably be watching Lane, even if some of the stuff he does is so freaky that not a lot of guys can do it. But yeah, I can understand the archetype there
Mhm.
of you and Lane.
Yep.
So yeah, this is I kind of slow mo it. This one's a little tricky. I mean, this guy's going speed to power, and I would say here, maybe just being a little bit more aggressive because that inside stutter, I feel like, is what does it right there. Kind of
Yeah.
causes your feet to stop. But I mean, it's not, I wouldn't say it's a terrible rep, but it's just one of those ones where you just kind of get caught a little bit there.
Yep.
Um,
Mhm. I'd say the
so
exact same thing.
yeah, and I'm just curious, like from your standpoint, when you see a super wide nine like this, I can imagine you're dealing with a lot of space. It's just difficult to find that set point here, right? I mean,
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
how would you kind of break this one down?
Yeah, so this is like our 7-man pro. So the back's kind of involved in this as well. And for me, what I was thinking here is like he's gonna work to kind of chip this defender as well. So
Hmm.
my whole thing was I wanted to try to stay inside out on this guy so he could kind of work outside of me, and then I could like let the back kind of take care of the rest. So I
Right.
think with that, I think I do a good job of staying inside out, but I think, like you said, just being more aggressive on him so I can kind of dictate the terms like initially. So he doesn't get into my chest right here and then kind of um, push me backwards.
Yeah, it compresses it a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah, makes sense. So yeah, I liked seeing this tape too because I mean they got some big guys, out on the edge here, like 93, and he's working the long arm. You see the snatch, you break contact. So I feel like that's again, just a really nice tool in the tool bag to have, especially when you're going against bigger guys, long arm, and you trying to bull you. So
Yeah, that's just something that over time for me just kind of became instinctual. Just like I was saying earlier, kind of that feel thing, like with his body lean and everything, and just being able to like use that move to my advantage. So and kind of get him off his track.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah, so yeah, we got some really fun ones in here now. This one's freaking awesome. I mean, just the attacking mentality on this one on the backside, uncovered, the second level,
Mhm.
taking this guy out. I mean, it's yeah. I don't, maybe just staying covered up on top of him while he's on the ground, I guess would be
Yeah.
the
Um,
only coaching point there.
yeah. Like for me here, it's just like staying on that track. Obviously, probably not going to